I'm Doug Doyle with the art of the story. The documentary It Ain't Over is an intimate and revealing portrait of a largely misunderstood American icon. This emotional and engaging doc about New York Yankees great Yogi Berra takes us beyond the characters and Yogiisms and into the heart of a sports legend.
One of the greatest World Series resumes of any player ever.
Hey, he got it done. He was a winner because he had all the rings to prove it.
He's the figure that was larger than life.
There's no Jackie without the acceptance of Yogi Berra.
When Yogi comes to the team, they say he doesn't look like a Yankee.
He wasn't 6'3" with blonde hair. Everything about him was kind of funny.
He was a character. He was made fun of in the New York press.
But that sort of became who Yogi Berra was, this funny little guy.
That's right. Yogi Berra.
I don't think Yogi liked it too much.
The director of It Ain't Over is Sean Mullen.
For a long time, again, the projects I've tended to get involved with typically deal with either characters or institutions that have some sort of disconnect between the perception and the reality. And so when it came to Yogi Berra, when I was first approached, I was approached by Peter and Mike Sobolov, two of the producers on the film. They had a connection to the Berra family through the golf charity event and stuff. And they had produced an earlier film of mine. When they asked me to direct this, I initially thought, well, Yogi Berra, he seems too perfect. Like, what's the movie? What's the drama? What's this movie going to be about? But I started digging a little deeper, and I immediately found out he was just criminally overlooked at every stage in his life, from childhood all the way through to his final days. And so I thought that was a really good in for the story. This idea that society kind of refused to view him as anything other than a caricature, but really he was just an incredible ball player.
Yogi Berra's granddaughter, journalist Lindsay Berra, is the film's executive producer.
For how good he was on the baseball field, but at the end of the day, as good as he was as a baseball player, he was a better human being, and he lived this incredibly rich, incredibly full life as a first-generation Italian immigrant who volunteered to serve his country during the D-Day invasion, and was lucky enough to come home when so many other men did not come home from World War II. And I think that just gave him this incredible perspective. And, we talked today about practicing gratitude. I don't think Grandpa had to practice gratitude. I think he was every day eternally grateful for the fact that he came home from the war when other people didn't, and got this chance to be a grown man playing a kid's game for a living for the rest of his life, and got a chance to get married and have kids and live this wonderful life.
It Ain't Over is now available on Netflix. You can see my entire interview with Lindsay Berra and Sean Mullen on the WBGO Facebook page. I'm Doug Doyle, WBGO News.